Right, it's time for adventure-themed Ask this week.
Yes, just keep with the theme.
Yeah, definitely. We've got your questions coming in actually this week from Instagram. So we put a couple of posts up there. So all about bikepacking, adventuring. We've had a couple of great films so far. We've had Chris Opie's Level 100.
Yeah.
Henry doing his Mad Everesting. We've had some good advice from Hans Ray and Mark Beaumont.
We've had a Dirt Shed show all dedicated to that.
Yes, and we've got bikepacking coming on Saturday.
Oh, we have. I'm looking forward to that, actually.
Right, let's get into questions. First one from R3D1X. Are drop bars better for adventure riding or stick with flat bars?
Well, for a start, drop bars on a mountain bike don't really do it.
But I mean,
We
not
haven't
since
tried
the
it.
days of John Tomac.
Yeah,
but,
Farmer John.
I mean, I honestly think there's not a huge difference, especially for the bikepacking we did.
Yeah.
Video coming soon. You could have done that on a gravel bike.
You could have, yeah.
I'm actually, I want to get myself a gravel bike, so I'm tempted to do some sort of bigger, longer,
Yeah.
slightly less technically demanding bikepacking. I'll probably do it on a drop bar bike.
I feel like that would bring us fully to the point of where we are bikepacking on the bikes that are for it.
Well, I did a video this time last year in Iceland with Cy Richardson where he rode a drop bar bike and I rode a mountain bike, and
Yeah.
you know, there's not much difference really.
I think I would go higher rise bars, Neil, just to give me more platform for my bike, my front loader.
Yeah, true.
You know, so there's a bit more.
Yeah, I've said that. Like, with drop bars,
Yeah.
with our big wide ones, they
Yeah.
wouldn't fit quite so well. would they?
Go on from House of Steed Adventure, GoPro, chest mount or head mount.
Wow, we use both all the time, don't we?
We do,
What
yeah.
would be your advice? On chest, you tend to run it super view, don't you?
Super view, super wide on the chest, so you can get to see your handlebars. You get to see a lot more in front of you, but it's more for what's going on, you know, in front of you with the chest. Whereas the one on the head gets a lot of the scenery.
We use that if I'm following you,
Yeah.
it looks better if it's on your head.
On
You
your
see
head,
more
yeah.
of you in front.
Yeah.
The person in the front probably has one on the chest.
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
to see more of what's going on right in front of you.
I wouldn't run that at super wide. I run that as on wide or preferably narrow, depending on how far your friend is in front. So either or, we use both.
Yeah. Mika Lou Selber. Is it okay to use a bikepacking seat pack on a dropper seat post? And what about carbon? You use one of carbon seat post.
I used a common seat post. It did all right, but I didn't have a dropper, so
Did it get scratched up a little
it
bit?
did get a little bit scratched. You know, the dirt does get in there in between the fabrics.
Probably one, I put a bit of tape where it wraps around.
I should have done that.
I, for the first time ever, last time we went bikepacking, I used a drop post, but I had to be really careful because you can scratch stanchion going up and down.
We both ran droppers.
This time, I used the toe peak, what's it called? The DP mount. So it goes basically around the top of your dropper, and it means your bag sits against that so it doesn't rest.
And it tapes on that, like it velcros around that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that actually bolts onto your seat post.
Very clever.
Works really well. The only issue is my bike's full suspension, so obviously if you drop your saddle and the rear wheel comes up, it will bust.
I was following you down the trail and it was going brr, 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 brr. Oh, that was super funny.
So it definitely works. Hardtail will probably give you a more usable drop post.
I saw a super good hack for this.
Yes.
Someone cut an old seat post and used the rails of a saddle. That means your saddle has to be slammed quite far back. But then he used the seat post, old one, and he clamped on the rails of the saddle
Yeah.
down. So he had two seat posts, but one was for his bike back and tail
That's
bag.
good.
Clever,
Yeah, nice.
clever.
Tommy Angeles, 68. When are we going to see a mountain bike unicyclist on Global Mountain Bike Network?
We have,
Have we?
not on GMBN, but on EMBN. I mean, GCN. The guy's name's Ed Pratt. He went round the whole world, 18,000 miles, 4 continents on a unicycle. He was 22, I believe.
If
years
we have my way, we'll never see one on GMBN.
I can't even ride one, so
Pointless. Next one from Connor Desdu. What sort of stuff should I know if I'm planning on doing 1,000 kilometers bikepacking epic called the Munda Bidder Trail?
Well, I've done my homework, Neil. 1,000 kilometers is like 600 and something miles. That's a big trip. That's a long trip. That's like a week.
It's 1,000
Now-
kilometers.
Yeah, 600 and something miles.
It's a long way.
It's a long way. So that trail is in the Western Australia.
You're gonna get eaten by a crocodile.
You definitely are. You're
Or
gonna-
a shark.
or get bitten by a snake or one of the massive spiders. So you've got to take all that into consideration. But it is a long trail. Starts in Perth and works all the way down to Albini? I've forgotten. But a few tips.
It's going to be hot.
It's going to be hot, but there's a few, I've done my homework, there's a few free camp spots on the way, so you can use those as your checkpoints to check in if you want to stay somewhere. Maybe if you're going for a number of days, ration your food for those amount of days, and then get to a point where there is a shop where you can stock up for the next few days of your trip. But there is a record on that. Whoa. It's like 4 days and 6 hours something.
Taking water is going to be a bit of an issue. I had 2 bottles and a big backpack with 2 litres in there, and we didn't go that far.
No. But I drank all of it.
But I didn't have to refill in a day, so that was fair enough, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot to take into consideration. But on that trail, you can actually join that trail by vehicle at certain points.
You might want a bit of
so
support.
so you can actually get support from that.
Right, Emaniscal MTB. How much does your bag usually weigh when you do day trips? Also, how much does your bag weigh when you do on multiple day trips, including the extra bags on the bike? How much does it all weigh, basically?
Well, my bike weighs 13 point something kilos.
Your Canyon Dude fat
My
bike?
Canyon fat, yeah, it's not really that fat. It's quite light.
But
then,
quite light, yeah.
Yeah, I think added 10 kilos more.
Yeah, we didn't actually weigh them, but it's going to be at least 10 or 12 kilograms, I would have thought, by the time you've got tent, sleeping bag, clothes, shoes,
coffee making facilities,
hip flask,
water,
2 bottles of water, 1 on your back,
tools, and the inner tubes for a fat bike are this big. They're massive. You can use them as a rubber ring for swimming.
That's a good idea, yeah.
Good hack.
Gingerly Beardo. Sounds like a bikepacker.
It sounds like a bikepacker.
How do you prevent tingling fingers whilst riding? What's the reason? I don't know what the reason for it is.
I've had this issue on motorbikes. Especially superbike. It's basically you're putting a lot of pressure on your palms
Weight
weight on your arms, and also if your backpack is quite tight. I also get this in a wetsuit. When your wetsuit's too tight under your arms or your backpack's too tight under your arms, it kind of cuts circulation and tingly hands. Maybe that's it. Maybe your backpack if you're running one, or too much pressure on your bars. I don't know.
I rode on my Canyon Lux, the bikepacking trip, and that's the only bike I run the ergon grips, you know, with a bit of the pads on to rest.
Yeah.
I quite like it actually. Yeah. Maybe worth a try. Here we go. Next one from Sama Lavende. Wait, what? Can I use my enduro bike for adventure riding?
100% yes.
How can I carry a tent and gear? Just like we did. Tent goes on the bars. Gear goes either on a backpack or on your bike.
Yeah.
We've actually got another good question about gear here. Sharky One Nut. Can we please have a bit more information on the bags and kit you guys use for bikepacking?
Neil, you did your homework on this.
Did this. So we use all toe peak gear.
Yep.
Front loader goes in the front. Costs this is all in English pounds. I'm sure you could find websites and shops where you can buy these wherever you are. But that was £65, and we use the tent. Actually, to be fair, we don't really need the front loader because I didn't, because the tent just goes in that anyway.
Yeah.
And you can just mount the tent straight to your bars. That is the Toe Peak bike camper tent. That's about £180.
That's for the tent.
Yep. Mid loader. You had the big one.
The big one in the middle because I got a fat bike. I can get away with it.
What did you put in there?
My GoPro, some food. My inner tube pretty much took up the whole thing, and a multi-tool, and some other random bits and bobs that I actually didn't need.
46 quid for one of those. I didn't have one of those because I've got rode a full suspension bike, so you can't fit it. So I actually carried a backpack for the lightest. No, I didn't. Actually, I had a bum bag for just like GoPro and food, things like that. Not a huge amount of stuff. You had those Toe Peak Versa cages. Not seen those before. Those where you had 2 of those on your fork legs.
So I raided the catalogue.
So your fork's already that wide, it's a fat bike. And then you put these things.
It's nearly the same width as the handlebars, the whole width of the bike. I had those that had my sleeping bag one side and my tent the other side. Because I didn't
have a front.
Because I didn't run the front loader. Because I didn't want that. I wanted it on the forks just to make it extra fat.
Yeah, they're £23 each. I think you only really need those if you're going on super big days.
Yeah, I just want to look the part.
And then I've got that DP mount for the dropper post, so the back loader went on mine. That was 20 quid.
And I had a back loader too.
Back loader, yeah. And what else? Sleeping bag, you need that, I guess.
Cooking, like coffee, obviously.
Final question, and it's on kit as well. This is from Reetsis, who's just getting into bike packing. Should I keep my backpack or ditch it for the other bags like us? I can nearly carry everything I need in my pack, and bike bags aren't the cheapest.
Well, I've run a bike backpack pretty much in all our videos that we've done. We've done 3. I did one on my own and 2 with you. It does get heavy, especially when you're long distance. I did the one around the Isle of Wight. It took me 3 days, and it does get heavy. It's hot.
I would much rather not. And
Yeah.
if I'm putting anything on the bike, the good thing about it is, well, I basically try and balance it up. So if I put one on the bars, I want one on the back, so I don't end up with this massive front heavy bike. And it does make the bike a bit heavier, although I feel like it's cool. Like the bike just trucks on.
Yeah, it does.
But, you know, we're not riding big downhill bikes, obviously. So when you're going downhill, it's quite nice to have that bit of weight that makes the bike sort of truck through the things.
Yeah, we did. We did speak to someone on the trail when we were bikepacking. He said he did Land's End to John O'Groats or something with his dad.
Yeah.
He said he had a backpack on and
Oh, yes.
he suffered.
He said he hated it.
He hated it. So long distance, I would recommend pretty much putting everything on your bike.
Yep. Definitely worth trying. I know the bags aren't the cheapest, but if you think about it, it's cheaper than a night in a hotel.
It is, yeah, 138 quid for a place or
Yeah, it's worth
£90.
trying out.
That is a bag.
Yep. Thanks for your questions. Hope you've enjoyed Adventure Week so far. Bike packing coming very soon. If you want to see Henry's mental challenge, his Everesting challenge, over there for that one. He's not right in the head, but good on him for doing it.
Leadville 100, where Chris Opie did that. And don't forget to hit the globe to subscribe because you're missing out on some rad stuff.
Give us a thumb up, especially if you like Adventure Week.